knows how excited I'm to have the both of y'all here.
I'm excited as well.
Hello, and welcome to a super sassy Saturday with uncensored conversation. And I am so excited to have these two phenomenals with us today. Guys, y'all are not going to believe how excited I am. I am super excited, and it has been a long time coming. My co-host, the phenomenal, the one and the only, my little brother, my big brother, the man about the mic himself, Donnie Gotdabeats is in the house. My super co-host on today. So honored. And my beloved friend, my dear good friend, Miss Carrie Nesson, who is all about the music, is in the house with one of her phenomenals, the one and only that she is producing. The Raekwon is in the house. Come on over, Raekwon. Wait to the people. Both of these phenomenal people have been on our podcast separately in the past, but I couldn't think of a better way to bring back super sassy than with the phenomenal people that know all about music and can have this dialogue and get us more in tune to things. And Donnie, I've been talking about bringing Donnie as my co-host ever since last year when we met. And, I can't say enough about this guy. He is absolutely phenomenal. To finally meet him in person a couple of weeks ago, it was like I couldn't care if I didn't meet anybody else. I didn't get to meet my brother. I get to meet my brother. So it's like that. And so for him to say yes to being a co-host, and he knows all about this musical industry and production and all of that. And I couldn't think of a better way to connect two phenomenal minds other than to bring him and Carrie together. Carrie has a phenomenal program that she's starting. And Donnie, I wanted you to hear more about it and where it got started. So I said, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Let's bring them all together. So you guys that's out there watching us today, go out there and share, Carrie, like this interview. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be informational, but mainly it's gonna bring you guys out there awareness of programs that are available and how you can connect two phenomenal mindsets on separate entities of the globe. Donnie's out in California, Carrie's here in North Carolina, and we're going to meet right here in the middle to bring you some phenomenal information. So get ready, get some people out there. Tell them to come on and watch a special edition of Super Sassy with Uncensored Conversation. So before we get into everything, I'm going to introduce again, Carrie, this is Donnie and Raekwon and Carrie, this is Donnie Gotdabeats. This is who I be talking about all the time. So I wanted to first, Donnie, give you an opportunity to hear part of Carrie and Raekwon's story.
Yeah,
of how they got into the music, and then let you give a little bit of how you got into the music. How about that?
We got a lot of time for that one.
Right. We were gonna rock this clock. Okay, Carrie, give the people and Donnie a little background of how all about music got started.
Okay, well, it started with my grandson, Raekwon. He's always loved music, but it started in the beginning. At 9 months old, he had an accident. And when he came out of the accident, his mother used to always play music. So we found that music was so therapeutic for him. Oh, he would watch 106 in Park and all those shows like that. And so that's when then one day him and I got to talking, and he was like, Grandma, he said, I love music. He said, but ain't nobody going to sign me. That's what he said. He said, nobody's going to sign me. And so my son and I had a couple. We were sitting back there talking about the music one day. And I said, well, you know what? I said, why can't we start our own little label? So we started out as being a label. But so, yeah, music became his way of communicating or dealing with his situation. And ever since then, he's just loved music. And he started recording on his little At that time, he had a Samsung phone. So he started making music on his phone. And I was like, well, okay, we need to take this and do something with it. Because it's a lot more kids out there that has disabilities, that has beautiful voices, but nobody would even pay any attention to them. And I want to be the one to go out there and help these kids get their voices heard and get them out there. And that's how it all started with Raekwon. But his love of, well, we always love music though. My mother, we always listen to Marvin Gaye and everything like that, Patti LaBelle, all those. And then growing up, my kids always had music because I love music too. So back then we were playing records. And I had every record there was for my children. As soon as they came home from school, they would start listening to me. After they did their homework, they would start listening to music. And then kids would come to my house because I had all the updated music and start listening to music.
So just to kind of compile a little bit, we don't say that Raekwon has a disability. Raekwon has a unique skill and ability. He's taken his what diagnoses he has, and he's turned it into reaching other people. So you're going to be able to hear him in a little bit, Donnie, because I want him to give you a little bit of something.
I'm interested. I need to hear this.
I know you're going to love it. I keep saying he's the next big is what I keep saying. That's just my thing. But he took his disability and now he's making it into something greater. And Carrie's program, All About Music, Donnie, is taking individuals who have other things happening in their life, but she's tapping into the musical side of them and bringing that to a level. She's pushing forward as being a producer of these special people that have talent, and that's who Carrie is. So I'm going to let Donnie tell you a little bit about him, and then we're going to bring Raekwon on over so we can see that sweet face and give him an opportunity to say a little something. Come on, Donnie, get the beat.
Awesome. Again, first of all, let me start by saying, Vic, it's always a pleasure, just in general, but it's also humbling to be on your platform. So I appreciate you. You already know.
My pleasure.
With regard to me, I'll try to keep it as brief as possible. Like you, Miss Carrie, I grew up in a musical house. My dad was a music producer and a bassist. The more commonly known group that he played with was the Crown Heights Affair. He worked with Donald Byrd, the Blackbirds, Sound of Philadelphia, a bunch of people from the Philadelphia area, and some of which who migrated down to Washington, D.C., and spent time at Howard University and so forth and so on, which led me to being born in D.C. because all my family's up north in Philly in the tri-state area. So I got into music kind of by proxy because my dad was in music, and then when I was born, he stepped away from it, obviously, to take care of his kids. And every Saturday, music, he's in there playing his bass, practicing, you know what I'm saying? So I like you, I woke up every Saturday to Earth, Wind & Fire, Tower of Power, Bootsy Collins, you name it, George Clinton, Funkadelic, Parliament, you name it. So I've always had an affinity for music. And, me, I was that out of the three kids growing up in the household, I was the one that was more like my dad. I aligned with my dad. Everything is just, I want to be my dad. And no disrespect, mom, love mom to death. Love her, still to this day, love her to death. But that was just something about that father figure, something about Pops, everything that it was about, I wanted to be on. So I grew up in that way. I picked up my first instrument when I was 4 years old. And then in a number of fours, I picked up my first official instrument in the fourth grade, playing trumpet. And then I went through the whole brass family by the time I was at Hampton University studying for music and engineering technology. So the trumpet, trombone, baritone, sousaphone, you name it, the whole family. French horn, I even got something out of French horn. Learned how to sight read when I was, 12, 13 years old, just being bored. And then it turned to music. With regard to as being a performer, a recording artist. When I was in high school, we had a couple, band programs and so forth and so on. So I was in that and just started to write. just write because I just, it's like I said, around music, and I just really wanted to write. And somebody had a keyboard. A friend of mine had a keyboard, and we just started playing around with a keyboard, making melodies. And the next thing you know, that led us going to recording studios, and we just started recording. And we literally used to walk to the recording studio. We had a recording studio within a mile and a half from my house. So they would come to my house, and we would just walk to the record studio and just try to record as much stuff as possible, and perform. And that between being a recording artist and playing in go-go bands in DC and being in a marching band at school, I was just always surrounded by music. And so long story short, juxtaposed across, many, many years, left Hampton University, came back in DC and worked in the recording studios. So I got to work on projects like Maya Harrison, Big Tigger, Mary J. Blige, Drew Hill, Ruffins, 504 Boys, just plenty of top tier talent. Just learning how to mix engineer. Also worked in the theater for 10 plus years, doing audio reinforcement and as a sound engineer there. And like I said, fast forward to 2015, I decided to take my talents to the other South Beach in LA. And I've been here ever since. And I've had the luxury of being able to work for not only one of the biggest film houses in the world, but I've also had the luxury of being able to work for one of the largest record, the most prominent record labels in the world. So that's where
What happened? Oh, okay.
Uh-oh. Technical. He'll be back, I'm sure. Looks like there's a lot of things going out there. We got you, Donnie.
Yeah, sorry about that. I don't know, my Wi-Fi is acting real stupid. I have to shake it or something.
I think it's a mixture of the two things going on. You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay, awesome. Yeah, it looks like we got a lot of things that's to click off here, but that's okay. We're gonna work it. We're gonna work with it. So I am super excited that you guys could share your stories and be with us, and to be able to help other people in the industry know that you can go from one extreme of background to another extreme of background. Donnie, you come from you named off so many people, the Funkadelics. I mean, Parliament. Come on. I mean, you had connections with these individuals growing up, that most people would only dream about. Man, can I tell you, if I had the opportunity to do with those dudes? But anywho, that's another story. That's another conversation. But just to know that, you came from that stream, and here is Carrie on this side. Carrie's business and how things got started with Raekwon is due to, a physical situation that turned into something much greater. It turned into him. His love for the music was soothing, and I think if I could kind of jump in here, that would probably be the common denominator. How music soothes the beast in us, if you will, and how it makes us feel a certain way. And no matter if it's what type of music it is, it brings forth a whole different another animal to people. And it just brings out that energy. I mean, you can be depressed and hear some, popping music. I can be depressed. I can hear Raekwon sing now from my previous video with him, and I get hyped about it, right? Because I'm seeing the energy of the music and listening to both of y'all. I'm like, maybe I should. Well, Don used to play a little drums back in the day. Daddy didn't know that. That was way back in the day. But it makes me want to do a little tap, tap, tap. Because you guys are bringing that energy back to me, the music and what it really is. So with that being said, I'm going to bring Raekwon over here, Donnie, so you can hear what I hear when I hear this young man. Raekwon, first, say something to the people and give us a little bit of you, babe.
You want to give them a little bit of me?
Give a little bit of you. Carrie, move that camera over just a little bit with his shy self. There we go. I love that boy right there.
All right, we finna go ahead and get started.
Yes, baby. Go ahead and give us something.
Now, mind you, all of this is stuff that he's done on his phone. Most of his work he's done is on his phone.
Carolina Airways. You're now rocking with DJ Mac Mode.
You know what time this is, right? What? It's time to sit here and get serious. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. We don't got time to sit here and play around no more. I got kids looking at us. You know what I'm talking about? Oh, I really do know. Yeah. You gotta do better. You gotta do better. Yeah. Oh, I really do know. You gotta do better. You gotta do better. Yeah. Oh, I really do know. You gotta do better. You gotta do better. Yeah. Oh, I really do know. You gotta do better. You gotta do better. Hey, honey. Why you sitting here look at the news? People sitting here dying, homie, on the news. It's super sad, homie, what these kids going through. Seeing how my school shootouts looking like a fool. I'd rather sit here and tell you the truth. I'd rather sit here and lie to you. You know what it means to most of these old people nowadays. They don't think on this side of this nonsense. You know I ain't what you mean. Homie, nowadays it's not fun. And sit here bring a gun to school ain't fun. I'm sitting here telling you, homie, what I know. Sitting here going to jail, homie, and that's a cool though. Let me go ahead, homie, give you a little bit of game. I'd rather have my life than I'd rather have it taken away from me, man. You already know what I'm about. Yeah, B.I.G. status. Know what I'm talking about?
I see Donnie back there going with it there. I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna let y'all people talk it out there. Donnie, what you think about that? You on mute, babe? Donnie, you on mute?
Sorry about that. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's definitely a lot of potential in that, brother. First of all, kudos for having the courage to jump into the art, man. Not everybody can do that, man. It may seem like everybody in the world is doing it, and everybody's trying to rap, and everybody's got record labels and so forth and so on. It's still a very difficult. It's the only business that people can get into that you don't go to school and graduate for it and automatically you become that. Think about that. You know what I mean? So having the courage to be able to step into it and be able to do it, hats off to you. So that's the first thing. Second thing, I love your energy. You have you kind of have that big presence, and I it's always reluctant when people say, especially when you compare it to the of all time greats, the GOATs, right? And you always kind of be hesitant to kind of be compared or be associated with that because it always either you crash or you burn sometimes on that. But you actually do have that kind of presence as Christopher Wallace. That's for sure. Where outside of Biggie, who else are you impacted by? Let me ask you that.
Oh man, so many great legends. Tupac for sure. Of course, Biggie. So many. Lil Rain, T.I., Jeezy, Master P, everybody, man.
Okay.
People who've been putting in good work all these years. Just so many. I can't even name them all.
Yeah. I mean, you could tell you're a student of the game. How you layer your bars, your flow is definitely like you do your homework. You can tell. The thing that I would say is with regard to, there's an old adage that when I first got into the game, I didn't understand it until I got a little bit more seasoned with it and more polished and was in front of more people, is that you have to be unapologetic. To be any kind of celebrity, being unapologetic is everything. That's what gives people their bravado. That's what gives Beyonce her Sasha Fierce and so forth and so on. I don't care what you think. This is what I do. That is not a arrogant way of existence. That is not a some people say, oh, you think you better than everybody. It's not, no. But having the confidence to be able to step in, and as somebody told me when I first got in the game, every time you deliver a bar, you have to deliver it like nobody else in the world could deliver it better than you. Period. Right. Don't even give them the shot. Don't even give them the room to even think it. So that you have to attack it with this tenacity. That's the only thing I would say is like you're not quite there yet with that tenacity, but you definitely can. You're on your way for sure. You're in the zip code. You know what I mean? So that the biggest thing is I would just say, keep doing the homework that you're doing. You're obviously already doing. Keep your ear to the ground as far as the market, what other people are doing. Don't try to mimic anybody. Stay true to you, but hear what everybody else is doing, so you know how to kind of land. You know what I mean? And people are on the quest for something different, man. And I mean, your style brings back a lot of. It's almost refreshing because it brings back an era. You know what I mean? Because not everybody's doing what you're doing right there. And then some people like people in California, and I'm out in California. Some people in California be like, I mean, it sounds old. Whatever. Don't worry about them. Don't listen to them.
Just hang with us. I'm sure he'll be back.
Okay.
It's the airways. The airways are playing games. I'm enjoying. I'm enjoying this conversation.
Yeah, thank you.
You back, Daddy.
Thank you. My apologies. I don't know what it is with my Wi-Fi.
No, you're fine.
But I think that ultimately, saying long story short, is that it's not what you do is not for everybody, but it is for the people that love and respect and cherish and honor what you do, because that's the key ingredient to being a celebrity too. Outside of being unapologetic, is at the end of the day, people are coming to like. Your rap is the milkshake that brings all the boys to the yard. What keeps people in the yard is you, and how you present, how you vibrate, how you move, how you aspire. Your story is everything. So focus on refining your craft, but focus on you being you. There will never be another you. I don't care, even if you have kids, there will never be another you. So use all of that to shape and fashion your personality and who you are, and just be 100 with that. And then last thing, just focus on making sure that your product is the best that the product can be, whether or not if it's professionally mixed, or maybe you don't have the money to get it professionally mixed. Find somebody that mixes really good cheap. You know what I mean? But you want the product to be amazing, so that when people hear it, when they see it, when they experience it, it's an experience all the way across. You do all of those things. Sorry, I'm back.
It's okay. It's okay, Dad.
If you do all of those things,
right here.
yeah, if you do all of those things, you'll be good to go. That's it. But I'm definitely, I'm gonna be watching for you. I'm gonna be checking for you.
Thank you so much.
And Miss Carrie, you keep doing what you're doing too, because you got entrepreneurial vibes over there. You know what I'm saying? And Mrs. Barry Gordy over there.
Oh, and that is priceless, because when I first was telling Carrie about you, because I was, see, Donna just don't know how much I be talking about him doing Carrie. I'm always talking about Donnie.
I couldn't wait to meet you because she loved me.
Because I knew that you would put some of those pieces together that Carrie needed. And I wanted to call Carrie and say, hey, Barry Gordy started out with it, but I didn't want to scare her with that phrase. You know what I'm saying? Like you said earlier, you have to be careful when you throw names out there in comparison, if you will. And so, but Donnie, when I tell you, when you and Carrie had that behind the scenes conversation, you talking about entrepreneur in this right here. Yeah, she's gonna rock your socks, because she is adding that other element that I have never heard of. You may have heard of it. I have never heard of a producer producing music, and I'm going to use this phrase just for the show, or for this moment. I've never heard of a producer or someone using the behind the scenes of a disability to bring forth a whole program. I've never heard that in the music industry. Now you guys probably have, but when she started talking to me and I started hearing about her heart. And Carrie's given us a little bit today. But when she talks about, you know, the health condition that Raekwon went from one point to A, B, and C, D, and E, F, and then develop music the way that he wants to sing it and what the meaning behind it. It freaks me out. It is just absolutely daunting, amazing, and I can't wait for you two just to have that behind the scene conversation, because she is an entrepreneur. This program, Donnie, is what she lives and does. I'm not gonna make you cry today, Carrie. We're not gonna do that. I felt it. But when I tell you to hear why she's doing it and how she's doing it, and getting in the community with these kids, these young adults, and them produce music and to be able to do some things, it is absolutely amazing. And to have you see what I as an amateur saw, you know, it's amazing, because I'm sitting there going, I hope Donnie see what I see. I hope Donnie hear what I hear. And I saw you bopping with it, and I was like, okay, yeah, okay, he heard some things. And just to see, you know, Carrie hear it from you that she's an entrepreneur in this, I know that's got to give her more energy, because she's taking this to another level. She's looking for a space where she can have people, for these young guys to come in. She's working with some people that's helping her do some mixing, if you will. See, I don't know all the language like y'all do, so I'm just following y'all. But to hear you re-emphasize some of those things, I know it's got to be just amazing to her. And so I'm just thankful. I'm glad. Thank you, Michelle B. Hammond, another artist out there that's with us today. I really thank you guys for connecting together. Some of the things that Carrie has talked about with Raekwon, and then to hear Donnie, you saying it in a different way, it's like, wow, you guys even haven't talked yet, and you're already talking what she needs to hear, and you hearing what she needs to get out, and it's amazing. I'm excited. Raekwon has told us he's let you hear him a little bit, but Raekwon also told us in the original interview that he wants to help other young folks. Raekwon, tell Donnie how old you are.
I am 27 years old.
Okay.
He's 27. Look, he had me fooled, Donnie. I thought he was younger than that when I first met him. Because he said he like you. He's a big teddy bear. Both you guys are big teddy bears to me.
Oh, no,
Black don't crack it.
But you are, you big teddy bears, because your heart. You guys have such heart. And that was another reason why I wanted Jaquan to see and even have someone mentor to him of your nature, Donnie. You know, because you telling him today what to look for in the industry and not to be confused about what's in the industry too. And I think that's just amazing in itself, that he can hear, because as you were talking to him, I saw his eyes light up and take in what you were saying and feeding to him. And only people that know what you guys are talking about can really feel it. I mean, I'm an amateur knowing what you guys are talking about, and I'm seeing both of you. You talking to him, and he's like, yeah, he knows exactly where I'm at, man. He digging where I'm at. And Danny used to know, yeah, that music sound pretty good. And then here's Carrie, yeah, I'm the next Barry Gordy. Y'all better watch out. It's amazing. I'm just excited. So Raekwon, ask Donnie or Carrie, either one, ask Donnie some questions that you may want to get answered about the industry. I'm sure he don't mind sharing a little bit.
Yeah.
What you think about some of these new artists that's coming out the blue?
I mean, it's art. You know what I mean? And it's not. I don't like everything. You know, to just be blunt. That doesn't mean that I'm hating on anybody. That just means it's just not for me. You know what I mean? Like, there's certain genre of music I just prefer not to listen to. I'm also a big. I'm not into blaxploitation. So there's things that I look at and I'm like, okay, what does that do for our culture? What does that do for us? You know what I mean? Like, it just really depends on the perspective and the lens I'm looking at it through. Are there some really, really talented young artists that's coming out? Absolutely. Are there really talented people that's already been out for a long time? Absolutely. But I think, as I said to you, I think people don't understand the direction of it because people are trying to chase down the success of somebody else instead of forging their own path. Because what you know, the way I see it is, and I was told on an interview I was on previously, was that the world is like we all have a story. So what's your story? You know what I mean? And how does it resonate with everybody else? So I think the reality of it is that an artist like you are a cause. You're not just an artist. What you're talking about and what you're delivering, like even with you, Ms. Carrie, is like even thinking about like, and again, I'm just spitballing. I don't have any knowledge of your infrastructure and how you're set up with a label, but you guys literally sound like a 501c3 to me. You sound like a nonprofit. So at the end of the day, you can get government grants just to do what you're doing. And you won't even have to operate out of your own money. You operate off of the government money because you helping the community. You know what I mean? And then record you the voice of that community. You feel what I'm saying? So all you're doing is feeding a narrative that people need more like you. People like you need to be represented. People need to see versions of themselves on the screen. So you that person. And so with that being said, you not like everybody else off the jump. So don't sound like everybody else. You feel what I'm saying? And don't go into great lengths to try not to sound like anybody else.
Right. Work.
But just do you and learn to translate it so that everybody else can understand what you're saying and they vibe with what you're saying. And that's the hard part in the industry because it's the translation so that Becky can like it and Sarah can like it and John can like it and Julio can like it and you know what I mean? And that's what makes this whole thing unique. So to answer your question again, I'm a fan of damn near everybody, but there's some people that I just don't like and I don't want to call them out because I'm obviously in the industry and I'm professional.
And I gotta say this, Carrie. Donnie has no idea what we've been working on. So the information that he just gave you caught that, right?
I did.
He has no
idea.
The public has no idea. Donnie, you're acting prophetically over here. You acted, but Donnie just spoke prophetically to what we've been working on.
Yep.
And Donnie, again, when you and Carrie, and maybe I'll include myself in that conversation now, when you hear what she is doing and what our connection is, you will see how phenomenally, spiritually, and prophetically God just dropped that in you and you released it. Because we've been working on some things. And I kind of sort of slid some information to you the other day about something we were talking about. If you look, I'm winking at you. That I told you about. And so this is all connecting now. So Carrie, you see why?
I see why.
What I said, this is the man. Oh, okay. I'm just saying,
That's exactly what you say.
I don't support everybody, Daddy. I don't trust everybody with you know me. I don't trust everybody with certain connections. But this lady right here and you and yeah. So yeah. Okay, I'm gonna be quiet because I'm getting excited. I'm really getting excited now. Carrie, I'm gonna be so busy. I'm gonna be so busy next week with you too, Daddy. You and Carrie got me going. Oh my God. Okay, that's all I gotta say. Okay. Oh, okay. This is the Donnie and Carrie show. I'm sorry. All right, so Carrie, now it's your turn to ask the man.
Oh, let me see. I am trying to build a company not only for Raekwon, but for all genres that wants to come and join in. Because I like a whole lot of genres of music, a whole lot of people. So I'm just trying to figure out how I can, break through and get my bearings on trying to, to get other participants, not the only ones with disabilities, but all genres. Because I want to get, my mission is to get some of these kids off these streets with all these guns and stuff. I want them to have a place where they can come and make some music and let out the frustration that they're going through instead of taking it to the streets with guns. So I'm trying to create that type of environment. And I'm really kind of, you get kind of stagnant a little bit. No.
Yeah.
So I got a little stagnant, but I know I'm gonna figure it out. But yeah, so how can I kind of get that, going out there and get that going to let people know exactly what I'm really trying to do?
Well, I think the biggest thing would be is understand what your focus is, because you said a lot, and it's actually very concise. So I don't want to confuse you. I don't want to say like what you said was all over the place and erratic. It wasn't. It totally wasn't. And it's a very big goal. But I think it's so segmented in order to achieve what it is you're looking for that you almost have to kind of break it down from a project management perspective and look at the different aspects that are involved. Like, so say you say you would like to have a lot of different genres represented on your label.
Right.
That's one thing. But then you want to just get kids off the street. That's a whole other thing in itself. Then it's like I want to be, give them a place to be able to do stuff, to hone their craft and so forth and so on. So those are three totally separate entities with three different distinct. We can do this to solve all of these problems. Now you can, and again, this is just me. That doesn't mean that we're doing it wrong or anything. This is just my perspective. You can string it all together. There's a very seamless thing to do, and I think it would be beneficial. If I had to drop it, I would say this. I would say open up the 501c3. Try to get access to government funding for the curation of young talent. Open and partner and align with the local school systems to do like after school programs for kids that learn how to mix, engineer, and make music to help them heal.
Right.
Okay. That will pay for your studio or a series of studios, as it were, depending on what your outreach is, and that gets people off the street. That totally aligns with your modes as far as what you're trying to do, and then it also gives Raekwon over there. He gets an opportunity to be able to perform or perfect his craft in that as well, and still become the voice of what so it all feeds into each other. The reason why I'm saying all of these things is because you don't want to confuse yourself or throw a whole bunch of obstacles in your own way.
Right.
Trying to solve a lot of things, because it gets terribly convoluted in the entertainment space, because everybody's jockeying to be that person.
Right.
And you don't want anybody to jump in front of Raekwon, because you know what I mean, and to take away from him being the face. You know what I mean? At least not without him being able to turn it over himself and say, okay, I think that's the guy as well. So it's all about project management. It's all about really just what is it that you're trying to do, and then write it out and that's what I said too. Take the time to write each thing out, because what people don't understand is once you write something, it's manifested.
Right.
So you manifest it, you can check it off to say I did that. Now you see it physically, it's checked off. You don't have to worry about it anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And once you step these things out and check these boxes, you'll see over time I achieved all of this because it's manifested and you closed it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I again, based off everything I'm hearing, it sounds like you were already well on that path. And it's only time. So I think you'll be fine, especially if you're a true entrepreneur as you come across, as you emote. So it's just a matter of, like I said, for somebody like you, you're not like everybody else. If you are as regimented as you appear, then it's just a matter of, okay, open this up, boom, 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 boom. Okay, then we do this, and then you put things in the way to help you, not detract from you, and that would be it.
It's so true how you said that we write things down and manifest it, because that's how I've been doing this whole way. Yeah. I've been checking stuff off the list that I've gotten done, and I've actually got a lot. I've actually surprised myself at getting a lot of it done. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So now I'm on to an outreach program that I'm trying to put together this summer. We're going to have an event in the park. My husband had surgery, so his stuff kind of got put back a little bit. Mm-hmm. So we're planning on having an event at the end of August here in our community. We're going to try to get some stuff out there for them. The reason I said the end of August is because school starts back, so we want to be able to give out paper, pencil, school supplies. and book bags and stuff and help the community. So you're right. Yeah, I've been wrote down a lot of stuff and it manifested. So
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
I mean, like I said, it definitely sounds like you get it, you see it because you're already doing it. You know what I mean? It's just a matter of staying the course. Stay the course. That's the under heralded aspect of this business. The entertainment business is it's arduous. There is no overnight success. I haven't seen it, and I've been around some names. You know what I mean? It's always somebody moved. Drake. People thought Drake. Oh, he just once he did mixtapes, he was all right. Drake was in Degrassi. You know what I mean? Like he was in Degrassi as a kid in a wheelchair. Like, come on, man. Like he had money from that show, so he could do all of those. But people don't understand. You see it from a small lens. Right. So I would say stay the course. Just stay at it because nobody else is going to dream up what you dream up but you.
Right.
And as Willy Wonka said, we are the music makers. We're the dreamers of the dreams. Right. That's it.
That's right.
That's it. Donnie and Carrie, I cannot tell you how many nuggets you have thrown out there today to anyone who is watching and listening or watch and listen before or again and again and before and again. This is one of those lives that you want to go back and replay again, because if you missed any portion of the nuggets that has been shared between these masterminds, and that's what I'm calling you guys, is the masterminds, because I hear y'all are just, man, I got bumps on my arms. Y'all are just really y'all really in such a similar space, and the confirmation from one to the other. You know, don't y'all give out many more nuggets, because y'all gonna tell all our secrets, and we don't want nobody to know everything. We got some things happening behind the scenes, but and thank you to those that are coming in and watching, even Taisha Montez, who will be our guest on tomorrow's night's show. And Donnie, you gave Carrie some confirmation. And the funny thing about is, if you listen to the show tomorrow night, Taisha is a CEO that helps people develop 5013Cs. Oh. So y'all see how I like to connect those little dots? That's my girl right there. So she's going to be with us tomorrow night on Uncensored Conversation. But you guys have been throwing out some key nuggets. And Donnie, you have literally helped Carrie, if Carrie can think about it, is do some check marks that she's already said, oh yeah, I thought about that. I'm on point. Because I think we all have to be reconditioned, and that we are on the right path, that we're not just seeing it from us, rose-colored glasses, that we have the realization that it is a process. Absolutely. And the things that you've said to Carrie, I know, because I know her, I know that you are making her feel even more comfortable in the steps that she has taken. And Donnie, yes, when I tell you, when you two get to talk behind the scenes, you're going to go, oh, wow, really? Oh, you already did that. You're going to hear it. But now she knows that what she is doing and has done is on point. Yes. And that's the reason why, and I'm going to rub my own back on this one. That's the reason why I like to bring people on Uncensored Conversation, to empower and educate and embrace each other. And that's what you guys have done today. You've empowered each other, you've embraced each other, and you've educated each other. Yes. And it's amazing to see you guys work together. And I know we're going to have many more conversations about this one thing, because everybody write this on your calendar. June 3rd, 2023, the masterminds met. And not even 6 months later, these masterminds have come together again and shake hands in person to see it completely manifest. I speak it. I believe it, because it's not about coincidence or happenstance, but it is by a divine connection. And I truly believe that. You guys y'all gonna make me cry. Y'all know don't take
started here.
You know it don't take. I know, right? I can't start that. But I want to say, I definitely want to have you guys back on the show together again to talk about what has happened since we met here today. And I really want you guys to, and those that are watching, Now, look, I didn't put my disclaimer out there, so let me put that out there right now. Donnie and Carrie are not giving away free services. You can contact them and they will give you a price, but they're not giving away free services. Donnie and Carrie today are having a conversation, but it's for them, right? So don't y'all think y'all gonna tap into their funds because y'all not tapping in their funds. Look how mean I am. I'm so mean. Jeez Louise. But hey, I'm just being real. Look, y'all. And don't take our ideas because they just put some ideas out there. Don't steal them ideas because I'm a what do you call it? I'm a tiger, a wolf. I will eat you up. And still now Michelle be Hammond talking junk, y'all, because one of the things that she knows that I always say about anybody that I support, I always say buy 5 of everything from them. Okay, so that's why she got to buy the 20 from them. Carrie, you and Donnie, I will let you tap into them, but you got to buy 10 each of their products because Michelle B. Hammond just raised the stakes. So you got to buy whatever product they have. You got to buy 10 of them.
Hey, Michelle.
We don't care what it is. Donnie's CDs and albums, Carrie's CDs and albums. You got a t-shirt. Look, we got t-shirts already. Look down, look. She got t-shirts already, man.
Okay, I see the merch.
Yes,
we have hats.
That merch. She got the hats. Now I have to send you the pic. Oh my God, it's amazing what she's already done. And just getting ready to do some community. We getting ready to do that event, and we're excited. Victoria Elways, along with some other people, are going to be supporting her event. It's going to be off the his a chain. Y'all gonna be wanting to buy tickets to come down here and hang out with us. That's just how good it's going to be. I'm just going to tell you.
I was about to say I need to get the address. I need to figure out how I can get down there. I might have to slide through. I ain't trying to hold it.
Yeah, come on. We'll have your t-shirt and a hat.
And see, he's saying that, Carrie, but I told you, we might just have to get Donnie to come down here.
Yeah, come
and
on.
See, he said it. He said
exactly. He said it.
He said it.
I would have said it if I had been late.
In the August.
He's gonna be in the office with us.
In August. In
August, we're gonna kick it up and we're gonna let you know all about it. Guys, I absolutely love having you on the show today. I see Donnie trying to tap out on me earlier, but we're gonna bring him back. He back. He back.
You know, everybody want to call you. I see you
on
TV.
You do it up right. That's because that's that next $1 million call that you're getting ready to get too. So you didn't pass up those nuggets for nothing. You know, your return.
That interview. That interview was awesome that you did.
See,
which one?
The one that you had Prince. Dirt. Yeah.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I watched. Yeah. That was a good interview. I picked up a lot from that myself too.
See what I'm talking about? See what I'm talking about? People never know how amazing it is to watch somebody from behind the scenes. And here we got Michelle B. Hammond says she coming to Carrie. This is coming to visit North Carolina, California. Going to be in North Carolina. So y'all out there that's watching, y'all better be watching for the invitation and buy your tickets. Because if these phenomenals are showing up, you don't want to miss it.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've been in North Carolina, so I might have, you know what I'm saying? It's about time.
Yes, well, come on.
It's going to be a perfect time. I am so glad to have you guys again on the show. Raekwon, are you sitting over there smiling?
He's like,
Raekwon, they're coming for you, boy. They're coming for you. They're coming for you, my man. He is such a sweetheart. He is a sweetheart. He's got a lot of stuff. And I just know there's greater things getting ready to happen for him as well. So before we close out, which I hate to close out, y'all know I don't like to close out. That is the worst part of the show.
I wanted to mention that Raekwon is also doing beats now.
Oh,
he started. Yeah, he's trying to craft the beats. So he's working. That's the
that's where the money is.
Look at that. That's that eyebrow went straight up. I saw that. That eyebrow went straight up on that. He's like, wait a minute, what? Hold up, wait a minute.
Oh, he did.
No, yeah. Hit him with speeches. Look, hit him with speeches. Oh, no, it's the camera. That was Danny, boy. We saw that I go when he said that, boy. He said, "Oh,
that was look. He making beats and them broke my daggone internet over here." Like I'm like, man, okay, all the way up.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Nah, that making beats is where the money's at, man. Make sure you know that's what the true money is, man. Behind the scenes, and just to throw a number out there, you know what I'm saying? If you at industry rate, you know when you first starting out, if you ain't got a name.
Ooh, y'all hold tight. He's coming back with that. Oh, Donnie, you went silence on us. You know what that means? It must have been a private conversation that Donnie got to have with.
Exactly.
Vaughn. That's what that is.
It wasn't for everybody's ears.
So he'll come. I'm gonna let him come back in. But that must have been one of those moments, Carrie, where everybody can't hear what he got to say.
Exactly. That was for my ears.
And we okay with it. We okay with it. We okay with it. But here he comes. Here he is. There he is. There he is. There we go.
I can hear you now. Okay.
Yeah, okay. We got you.
It broke the internet. I'm trying to tell you, like, they're making beats over there. The beats slap. You know. I was just saying, industry rates generally, and this hit or miss, but I mean, generally, like you think about it, $10,000 a song, 10 off the top. That's if you don't make it. If you don't have a name, if you chart the number like, you know, the top 10 or something like that, relatively like $25,000 a song. Think about that.
Wow. Okay. Thank you.
You know what I mean? Like, and I mean, there's a lot of variances in there, to be clear. You know what I mean? But I mean, that's the potential right there. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm like, you're in the game, bro. Like, it's good to write. It's good to you know, to perform and everything like that. But once you start talking about mixing and mastering and making beats, it's a whole nother revenue stream. And it's unreal. That's how you have these young kids out here, like, you know, driving in cars I ain't never seen before. Like,
Right.
you know? So, kudos. Good luck.
Thank you.
All
Thank
right.
you so much.
All right. Carrie, any last comments? You or Donnie? Any last comments?
I just appreciate it. I just appreciate the advice, and I appreciate you allowing us to have this platform to, you know, let people know what we're trying to do. We've been working on this thing for like the last 4 years, so it hasn't just came about. It's been in the process for the last 4 years. We're gonna get there, one step at a time, but we're gonna get there.
I appreciate that. And yeah, like I said, I look forward to everything with great interest. Actually, and Vic knows how I do. I ain't trying to poach your guests or anything like that. But, you know,
No. We work together.
I got a podcast, so I'd like to bring you guys on the podcast so you guys can tell the same story and even play the music. And if you have any music videos or anything like that, I put it on there as well, the whole nine. So, season 7, 20 episodes a season. I'm doing pretty good. You know what I mean? But I'd love to have you guys on, so we can work that out.
Thank you so much. Thank you. We'll be glad.
I had told Carrie that. I said, just let Donnie hear you a little bit. Let's just let Donnie hear you what's going on. And I knew it. I knew. And that's one thing about me. Donnie, you know me. I don't care. I don't care if you take every guest I've ever had on my show. I don't care. If it means that if these people are getting what they need from the sources that they need it from, I am all for it. And you know me, I will push it 199%. That's the reason why I wanted you two to get together. I knew it. I knew that this was a connection that needed to happen. And I am just honored. So, boy, y'all know when y'all get on Donnie's show, I'm gonna be spreading that thing so far. Oh my gosh, y'all look, Donnie, I do the flyers for it this time. How about that? I mean, I believe in you too. I believe in you both and what you stand for, your character, your integrity. I believe in it, and that's the reason why I am so honored that you're my baby brother and she's my big sister. And I am excited that I can bring you both together to do what you both love to do, as well as helping other people in the industry see that collaboration does work. Collaboration and sound mind does work. So, guys, I definitely appreciate you. You will be back. Donnie we're gonna turn the tables on Donnie. He's not gonna be a co-host next time. He's gonna get re-interviewed. on the show. I don't know. Yeah, look at that face right there. Who knows? Maybe Carrie will be our co-host when he comes back. Who knows?
There you go.
See how that works? See how that works? But we're definitely going to have both of you back on the show separately and together because we not only because you are great, but we love you and we believe in what you're doing and we want to show as much support. To those of you that have been watching the whole entire program, Michelle be having all of you that have come in and out. You see what's happening right now before your eyes, and we appreciate you. But send this message to some other folks out there. Tell some other people about what's happening. Tell them to open up their pocketbooks and send both of these individuals a little backing support. Look, Michelle was joking, but this is definitely true. Send both of these these my friends, send them some finances. Let your pocketbooks do the talking for them, right? I love to hear you commend them and give them accolades, but baby, if you can put some duckies in their pockets, I'm all about them Benjamins. Hello, send them directly on. Get 10 of everything that's happening because I'm telling you, you're looking at them today, but you might not be able to reach them next time on your podcast. But I guarantee you, when you sow a seed, you will see the fruit from it. And these is good grounds. Come on. This is the good grounds that you need to start storing some seeds in, and let's do it. Let's show them some love. They already know I love them, but boy, they got me working next week. Boy, Jesus, I'm gonna be really working next week. Guys, I love you. Thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you, Donnie. Thank you so much.
No problem.
I can't wait to hear what's getting ready to happen next. Guys, come and join us tomorrow night at 7:00 on Uncensored Conversation with Elevated Not Tolerated, where my guest is the phenomenal Taisha Fuentes. She is an entrepreneur. She is a CEO and founder facilitator of Nonprofit. You're going to find out all about her business and how she can help you move to the next level. But you can also find out about her other program that's Know Your Worth. We have those two things in connection. So join us tomorrow night. But look for Carrie and Donnie on Donnie Got the Beats show. Coming real soon. And in the meantime, just watch Donnie Got the Beats show, man. I tell you, he be hot. Boy, I can't tell you.
Yeah, he was on fire. I love his show.
Yeah, he be doing it. All right, guys. I love you both. I thank you for your time on the first Super Sassy Saturday. And you already know I'm gonna be talking to both of y'all later this week. We're gonna do some things. I promise. Maybe. I love you guys. Thank you so much. To those of you out there, we'll see you next time. Right here on Uncensored Conversation with your host. Yeah. See you later. Love you guys.